Play is not frivolous, it's revolutionary. One of the most important parts of children's education is playtime, because it helps foster their imagination, it improves their communication skills, it makes them more resilient, it makes them have different ways to think about things. It's an essential part of their personal development. So why, when we become adults, does it get squashed out of us? It's like it gets flattened. It's like, oh no, we have to be adults now. We have to be serious. We have to stop playing. This is the real world. And then it kills our creativity. It kills our imagination. We start to become fearful. We don't bounce back so easily. We don't see the humour in things. We don't see another way, a new perspective with things, which is what play does. In fact, play is probably one of the most underrated tools, one of the most viewed TED Talk of all time. Over 70 million views. Sir Ken Robinson talking about how schools kill creativity. Is it any wonder? You need to sit at a desk, for hours and hours at a time with a mini break in between. Then you have allocated PE time where you have to do these structured games, whether you like them or not. There's hardly any room for you to have imagination. When you're at preschool, yes. After that, it all gets squashed out of you. I've worked with children quite a lot. I've worked with them doing drama, watching them play. The pre-kindergarten, they are the most imaginative children you could ever imagine. High energy, hard work in that respect, but so imaginative. You give them anything and they suddenly create it into something that you wouldn't possibly imagine. What happens to all of that? It just all gets channeled into Ofsted. So basically, from a very young age, we are channeled into thinking in certain ways, or not, on hardly thinking at all. We're channeled into thinking rationally, logically. This is not a video about alternative school education. That's a whole other subject. But, in drama sessions as adults, again, when we are invited to just improvise, imagine an exercise where you're with someone and you just have a conversation with them as if you don't know them at all, but you just say whatever you feel like that's on your mind that wants to come out. And when we're just given permission to be that expressive and open, knowing that there's no judgment, knowing that it's a game, it's incredible what can come out. Just goes to show how much we are squashed and pushed down by external situation, environment, everything that we have to go through to become a responsible, respectable adult that ticks all the right boxes. And so play is a really important part of our development, our evolution. Isn't it ironic that as we become adults, then we work really hard at these jobs, and then we have these allocated holidays, vacation times, and what do? Some of us will book to see these shows where people are being playful, where they're play acting, where they're dancing, where they're performing, and it's our entertainment, it's our way of relaxing, it's our way of rejuvenating. So why can't we just give ourselves the permission to do that without having to be officially a performer, without having to do it in a professional sense? That's a part of what I bring to neo dance. Also, with my heritage being Taoist Chinese, the Taoist side of me, I find the Confucian side very noble but highly disciplined and at times constrictive. But then there's the playful Taoist side that invites in spontaneity, invites in creativity, play and flow. And this is why, a big part of why I love dance so much, and why I bring this element into my somatic dance of neo dance. It's not just about diving deep into ourselves to release our traumas. It's about diving deep into our inner creative powers and creative expression, diving deep into the imagination that's been squashed, that's been pushed down, that needs to be reignited. It's so that we can regenerate and renew on a cellular level. That's what play gives you the possibility of. It helps foster and activate your creative neural networks. We're entering a season of celebration, whatever you want to call it, whatever Christmas means for you. Maybe it's just time out, maybe it's just a break. You know, it's confrontational, it can be, it brings up lots of things for lots of people. We don't all come from big loving families, if we're lucky to have a family at all. We might not even have a home, we might not even have stable ground under our feet, you know, but we have permission to just be a bit more celebratory this season. And so I invite you this season to really embrace the possibility of play. Of course, I do it through dance. That is my modality that I want to bring to you, to connect into yourself on a deeper level. But it doesn't have to be all serious. Life is meant to be celebrated, life is meant to be lived, life is meant to be joyful, life is meant to be playful, creative, spontaneous. We don't have to box ourselves in. We don't have to keep ourselves tied to those labels of what society expects of us. That is external influence. That's not listening to our internal needs and our internal truth and our internal way of being. And so, yes, I'm inviting you to give yourself the permission to play. There's so much research that's been done about it. Pablo Picasso said that children are born as artists. So then what happens along the way when we grow up? So I want to leave with this thought for you. You were born an artist. You are an artist. You were born to be creative. You were born to be imaginative, innovative. You were born to be all of these things and more. So the invitation for you this week is just to remember that and start to call it back in. I've written a blog about this. You can see on my website. I'm going to be holding a playful and powerful workshop in January. That's going to be called Reclaim Your Creative Power. The details are coming for that soon. See you soon.